Hello, everyone. Welcome to one more eDirectory webinar. I'm Emerson Travaglini, and there's Gabriel Militão as well, both from the marketing team. So thanks for joining us today for this very specific topic, which is optimize your conversion rates, which is very important to have more traffic, to have more leads, and drive more business to your advertisers. So let me share my screen again. And before that, if you have any questions, just pop in on the chat feature. Gabriel will be watching the list of questions. If that's the case, I can stop and answer. Otherwise, I'm going to answer all of the questions at the end. Okay, so let's get started. Let me pull up here. Okay, conversion rate optimization. It is the process of optimizing your site and pages experience based on website visitor behavior to help improve the probability of the visitor taking desired actions. A successful CRO campaign is one that uses in-depth data to analyze results, runs multiple tests, tweaks content to make it more relevant to the visitors, and draws necessary conclusions. And basically, there are two main elements to be optimized. One is design, what people will perceive and how they will perceive the contents they're looking for, and the copy. That's what will capture their attention and will persuade them to take the action. And talking about directory-based websites, you must also think about two verticals of optimization: the conversion for visitors to drive them to your premium contents to make your advertisers happier, and conversion for advertisers. In other words, drive them to sign up for a plan and make money. That's what it's all about. But how do we get data to analyze user behavior? In a previous webinar, we demonstrated how to use Google Analytics to check for demographic stats, just like gender and location, for example. The most visited pages and the exited pages. That's where your users leave your website. But we're not talking about Google Analytics today. Today, we will introduce you to a tool called Hotjar that captures user behavior and presents this visually, so you can really see how your website's being used. This tool gives you visual insights into how your users are interacting with your website, where they click, and how far they see your pages. It's important to highlight here that we are not affiliated of Hotjar. It's just one of the tools of our mix that we use on monthly basis, for example. And because and there are several similar tools out there, not just Hotjar. There are Google Optimize and several other ones, free and paid, and they will do the same job. Two of the reasons to choose Hotjar for this webinar are that it's a tool we use internally, and because it's really easy to install using Google Tag Manager. So now, again, let me start sharing my screen and show you the process of using Hotjar. Okay, let's go. Starting with the basics, once you create your account in Hotjar, you get a website ID, this Hotjar ID, which is a number for your website. Just have to configure website name, URL, another simple rules for this URL. And then you have to install it using Google Tag Manager, which is pretty simple. The last, not the last one, but the previous one webinar we did was about Google Tag Manager. So Google Tag Manager is a tool from Google that integrates with eDirectory, where you can install a piece of codes to make your websites, to add features in your websites. A question from Angela. Yes, Angela, you are correct. It's Hotjar. I'm going to show you the website in a few minutes. That's here, Hotjar. That's the right name. It's a great tool. But now back to Google Tag Manager. You are going to install Hotjar this way. There's a tag and a trigger. If you miss this webinar about Google Tag Manager, tag's a piece of code, and trigger is when the codes should be activated in your website. So it's pretty simple. It's just a matter of knowing the terms. So let's show you how easy it is. You are going to create a new tag inside Tag Manager, and there is a tag right for Hotjar. It's ready. So when you are creating this, you just have to put your tag ID here. I'm sorry, let me just do a copy and paste very quickly here to show you how easy it is. Okay, now I have the tag here, and the trigger is all pages. So with that said, this way Hotjar will start tracking the user behavior on all pages of my website. So simply put the Hotjar site ID here and trigger choose all pages. It's pretty simple, the installation of Hotjar. In general, takes a few minutes to have everything in place, but it may vary according to that. So that's it. So once Hotjar is installed, then it will start tracking the user behavior of our website. So now Gabriel he will show how it works on Hotjar's dashboard.
All right. So thanks, Emerson. Hello, everybody. I am Gabriel. I will show you how the Hotjar can be an important tool when it comes to read in between the lines of actions of your users. I will just share my screen real quickly here. Just a second. I believe you can see my screen right now.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. Thanks for confirming. All right. So this is the Hotjar index, the homepage. Once you have installed Hotjar via Google Tag Manager on your online directory, you will have to insert the address of your site, which is this one right here for ours. And as Emerson explained earlier, Hotjar is a tool that allows website managers to understand the behavior of users in a portion or the entire website. The most common use of Hotjar is the Heatmap tool, which is this one. Let me show you. Let me go to our website, and these, you can see like the fire icon. These are the Heatmap tools. What is going to prepare us is processing right now. The Heatmap tool is actually a chart of one of your pages. You can choose between almost every page of your site. For the sake of this example, I'm going to use the homepage of our directory. And what Hotjar does, it can track clicks, scroll, and movement. So mouse clicks, scrolling, and then mouse movement as well. So here's the example of the homepage of our site. But you can check other pages such as listings, deals, events, the blog, anything you want. You can also measure the data coming from tablets and mobile phones as well. So it's a very complete feature. You can see that you have this temperature bar right here. So the max means that we have more clicks, and minimum, the blue one, means that we have less clicks. Okay, so for example, in this example, we have a lot of clicks here in the listings link. We have a few clicks here, which means someone has typed in a search for any kind of listing that they are looking for. We have some more clicks here in the first listing, some more clicks here in the third listing of the example, more clicks here. So let's track another feature. So these are the clicks. Let's track movement. So this is just tracking mouse movement on our homepage. Okay, let it process again. And here we are. These blue stains, bubbles right here are all mouse movements, and it works the same thing, the same way as clicks. The redder they are, more movement they capture. Okay, so you can see the hovering actually, a lot of hovering on our website, and also you have the scrolling tool, which is this one. Usually, when you have a way too long website, let's say with more than 5, 6, 7 scrolls, you will start to lose traction of our audience. Let's say, so these is the first page that the users see when they arrive to your directory. So 100% of the users reach this point, okay? Once you go down, let's say for the second scroll, you start losing audience. So 97% reach it this far, 66% reach it this far, 61, and so on. You see, by the time you get to the middle of the site, just 38% of the users reach this point. And the lower you go, less people are going to reach here. Okay, so you can see. So on the very bottom, we have like 25% of people, of users reach at this point, and so on. Okay, so why is this important too for when you're trying to measure conversion rates or optimizing your conversion rate? Actually, you can start to see where are you losing traction, either by clicks or by scroll or by movement. Let's say, okay, what could I do to make this listing, the second spot, more interesting for people to click on it? Maybe I could change something. Maybe I could change the text. Maybe I could change the image. It makes something more that appeals more to my visitors. And then you start to studying these details, and you start to see, okay, let me make a test based on data that I have. So this is the cool part about it. And so these are the Heatmap tools where you can check everything that users are clicking and interacting with your website. Now, moving on to another.
Gabriel, just to mention that besides the desktop version, it also captures the responsive version. So you can check the different behaviors on users on desktop and mobile.
Definitely, yes. So here you have the toggles, you have the desktop, tablet, and mobile phones. So you are covered in any device, okay? So moving on to another important tool of Hotjar, which is the screen recordings, which is this icon right here. So this is a powerful tool to actually see what visitors are actually doing on your website. This is very important when you seek to optimize conversion, because you can see if the visitor is clicking or not on a button to redeem a deal, or if the newsletter submission form is being used, if the listings in a certain category are drawing attention, etc. Oh, just a second, I got logged off here. Just a moment, let me log in again. Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. I got logged off here, but we're back. And as I was saying, so you can actually see what is the behavior of visitors inside your website, which is kind of cool. There we go. So once you click the recording button right here, you're going to be presented with a time period right here. You can choose, let's say, I want to just check the previous 7 days, hit apply. And you're going to see all of these play buttons here are videos of people visiting my website and interacting with it. So let's say, okay, let me get a broader period here. Let's say I want to see a video of someone visiting my site. I can just click play here. I'm going to be sent to a recording screen, actually a video play screen. And as you can see, this is a video of someone browsing our website. You can see the mouse cursor going around, checking things on the website. You can see that, okay, let me study what is this person doing. So the recording ended, so the person left. The person left without making any action. Okay, so that's one point of information that we have. So let's say, okay, let's see another one then. I want to see this one. And once you start to analyzing this data, this is the cool thing about Hotjar. Once you start to analyzing it, you can see what are the parts of your website that are more attractive to users and those that are less attractive to users. And what you want to do is make these less attractive parts more attractive. How do you do that? You can start writing better copies, which mean better sentences, better text to attract audience, using better colors, different colors. You can try to see, okay, my website is blue. What if I change the tone of blue to a lighter blue, or maybe change it completely to green? I don't know. You can start testing these things. You can try to test, let's say, if someone is browsing into the listings category, what is this person using there? So like this one, this person is navigating, clicked on listings, and went right straight on the first category to check the automobile category. Clicked on the listings, checking the listings, seeing if it's interesting or not, see if it's something there for you or not, and then you can go to somewhere else. So that's the thing with Hotjar. Have in mind that when you have enough data, you can make smarter decisions and start testing new things on your directory. Okay, so yes, that's it for the screen sharing. I will hand over to Emerson again. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Gabriel. So that's it. Now you have an idea of what this type of tool can do for you. And the main question is, what's next? What can I do with that? First thing is, when we're talking about conversion rate optimization, give some time to Hotjar or another tool to collect a good amount of data. This way, your decisions will be more accurate. Draw a plan based on hypotheses, not on opinions. Everybody has an opinion, and that's okay. But without an hypothesis, you don't have a clear definition of what you are testing. Experiments should be data-driven. And then define clear goals. Not only do they measure the success and failure of an experiment, but the key learnings and insights we derive from our experiments can become future tests. So it's important to have clear goals, and also measurement and tracking. Tracking is the actual measurement of your goal. For example, form submissions, button clicks, link clicks, page visits, etc. So be sure to have the initial set of data in place before writing your hypothesis and launching your experiments. And the most important tip from CRO experts is be patient and let the experiment run its course. So don't be excited if you're having a lot of insights and some results that want to test different things. So give it time. So time could be 15 days, 1 month. Is not from one day to another. In general, 30 days is a good time frame to run an experiment. So let me suggest some experiments for your site. Regarding design, you have all the freedom to add and remove widgets from your pages at any time. And also the flexibility to customize their colors, and most of the time, the labels also. So for site visitors, you probably want to optimize the home page. As Gabriel showed, if you have a longer home page, people may lose interest in your content. So you can think about reducing the amount of widgets and focusing on the best content you have on your website, the most visited, or where you have more advertisers, for example. So that's part of the hypothesis you have to write down and start testing. So check what's the most valuable content you have and how it's distributed on that page, and start tweaking it, not just about the content, but also the copy. Now for advertisers, the main page to analyze is the advertise with this page. You can also check the navigation and CTA on the home page if it's driving traffic to advertise page. So you need to have in mind that you are working with two different personas, your users and your potential advertisers. The second thing to tweak and make experiments is the copy. Not just the design and colors are important, but also the text on the page and buttons. By text, I mean the tone you use and also the font. So we have two things here. To succeed here, you must develop a persuasive writing. It has everything to do with understanding your target customers and what they're looking for. In other words, creating your personas for site users and for advertisers. So you have always to think in these two verticals of users, your site visitors and advertisers. Once you are sure about their needs, you can speak their language and convert them much more easily. With that in mind, explore all the widgets available, such as feature categories for listing, events, classifieds, etc. The Jack of all trades cards widgets that you can use to highlight content from all modules, and even create a hand-picked contents for the homepage or for any other page you want to optimize. You have the call to action widget, so you can have a clear message asking for people to perform an action. You have the sliders where you can add both text and link. You have the header where you can edit the navigation, change the items or the order of the items on navigation. These are all possible tests you can run in your website. You have also the FAQ page that can use to offer more content and let people more confident about what they will find in your website. You can even draft your ideas before testing them using a new custom page. So you can create a new page, throw the widgets in there just to see how they look, start testing color changes, this kind of things, before making a huge change on the home page or on the advertise with this page or on a category page, whatever page we're trying to optimize. And one last tip from me is to always keep your branding consistent, right, Gabriel?
Oh yes, definitely. Yes. Don't go crazy with colors and fonts if they don't match your brand, your directory, and more, especially your audience. Okay, it's fine for you to make tests. It's a good thing, but as Emerson said, have the first batch of data ready. Install Hotjar or Google Optimize or other tool that you need. Let it run for at least 15 days, 30 days. Collect that data, store it, and analyze it, okay? And then you make a change, make a based on decisions, okay? Then you grab this new data and compare to the previous one, and then you choose which one do you prefer the best, which one converted the best, and so on. You can keep doing this. The more you do that, the more your conversion rates will improve.
Okay, and inside the directory, if you can share a screen, just show the main section to change colors and fonts, which is very important as they impact many areas of the websites.
Yes, so this is inside our directory site manager. So we're going to go to the design tab, colors and fonts, and here you have all the color schemes used in your directory. You can change anything here. We also have this article right here named colors that gives you what every single one of these controls do. Okay, so I will share the URL for this topic on chat, and then we can also send it, share on our blog post tomorrow. But what you want to do is, if you want to see that, okay, the highlight color is the blue one. This is the color for the buttons. Okay, I'm using blue. I'm curious to see, let's say, if a green color would convert better than the blue. Okay, you can do that test, but bear in mind that this will change on other parts of your site, not only the buttons. Okay, have that in mind. That's what we mentioned before. And I would recommend for you to study this article and to see exactly what kind of colors you can change. You can also change the texting as well. and you can change the widgets, as Emerson mentioned. For example, we have new addition of, let's say, the new headers that we have, and also the service and products widget. Try to add these ones, all these widgets to your website as well, to see how your audience interacts with it, okay? And then start analyzing that, if that's positive for you, if that's not positive, if the audience is not doing anything with those widgets. But the main thing is for you to test, collect the data, analyze it, and make a basic decision, okay? So anything you want to add here, Emerson, in the site manager?
Just to highlight that there is the support article linked on the statement. Oh, just go back one screen on the site manager. There's a click here for more details on where each color is used. So it's pretty simple to locate this support
article. Find it here.
Yeah. Okay, I guess that's it then. We're open to questions. There's one from Chris. Hello, Chris. Hi, Emerson and Gabriel. Thank you for your time. Is this the new 13.1 version you're running? Yes, we are running the most recent version. And the main difference between the others is, at least for the homepage, is the widget for featured listings that now can be featured, can feature any category, not just listings. But that's it. You can use this to highlight other categories of your site. Some are more focused on classified, for example, so can use that as well. Okay, any more questions about Hotjar, tests, optimizations, these all marketing terms that may be new to some and basic to others? We're here to answer any questions. In the meantime, I'm going to post here again the URL for Hotjar, hotjar.com. If you want to see anything different from that, you can just type in Google Hotjar alternatives, for example. You'll see a list of similar tools to Hotjar. A question from
Angela.
Angela.
We have a question from Angela. Is Hotjar app in our directories?
No. Hotjar app. I'm not sure if I get the question. Hotjar app. No. We don't have anything installed by default. Not a third-party app installed in your websites. Everything you must install it for yourselves. One other thing important to highlight is that Hotjar collects user data. It will anonymize some of the data. For example, if someone is typing a form, for example, you won't see this data. So if it's a credit card field, for example, Hotjar won't record that information in specific. But it's important to add on your terms of use and privacy policy that your website is using Hotjar, probably in our demo directory or inside eDirectory.com, I'm not sure. You have the mention for a third-party tool like this, so you can use this as an inspiration. Again, it's not a legal advice here, but you have to inform your users that you are collecting the types of data you are collecting. Okay, any more questions about the optimization of your pages?
Just one thing, I think that Angela meant by if the Hotjar app is inside our directories. I think that, Angela, if you watched Emerson, he actually kind of installed Hotjar via Google Tag Manager. That's how you install Hotjar in your directory. Okay, you make an account in Hotjar. It will provide you with a code, and then you get the code and install via Google Tag Manager. Okay, so these are two processes that you have to do.
Yeah, so just to recap, eDirectory does not come with any third-party tool installed. It's a clear installation, just our software. So if you want anything installed just like this Hotjar, you have to do that by yourselves. Okay, questions. I guess that's it. No more questions. Last call. Nope. Okay, so I guess that's it. This session is being recorded and will be live on our blog post in our blog section in a day or two. And check back for the future sessions because they will be published in your website, I guess, tomorrow or today, end of day. Anything else, Gabriel? No.
No. I think that's it for now.
Okay,
Just thanks everybody for
that's
coming.
it. So if you have any questions, feel free to send us an email. Gabriel shared the addresses on the chat, but you can send to marketing@eDirect.com, and we are happy to answer any questions you may have. Thanks again for your time today, and stay tuned for more eDirectory webinars. Thank you.